A very good Tuesday morning to everyone out there. Happy election day. Hope everyone's getting out there to vote. If you didn't participate in that early voting, exercising our rights as Americans. Landon here with you to bring you your latest weather forecast, courtesy of On Target. Let's take a look out here, folks, because we've got an ever-changing weather pattern on the horizon. You can see approaching here out of the west, we have a cold front that's closing in right here on our doorstep. We have got deep southwesterly flow coming out along and ahead of this cold front that's approaching. This is going to result in exceptionally warm conditions again today. We're going to have wind gusts on the cusp of 20 to 30 plus miles an hour. We're going to take highs all the way up near record readings. Right around the low to mid 80s this afternoon. And if you're heading out to the polls today to cast your vote, the good news is it looks like the bulk, if not all, of the rainfall will be holding off until after sunset this evening. You will note, though, with that deep southwesterly flow and the approaching cold front, we do have some cloud cover that is out there. Early this morning, those will continue to become a bit more abundant, especially as we work into this afternoon and the evening. Let's get a look over the fruited plain, shall we? WKU Nest Cam looking over Van Meter Hall there in Bowling Green this morning. Got a few wispy clouds out there, but for the most part right now, we got rays of sunshine that is coming up over the horizon. Same can be said overlooking the Beech Tree New Sky Cam up in Morgantown. Not nearly as much cloud cover over in that direction, but again, folks, as the day wears on, we do expect a little bit more of that. Temperatures, they're warm. We are already located anywhere between the mid and upper 60s region-wide. As previously mentioned, we're going to be making a run at those record readings this afternoon with highs splitting on either side of the 80-degree mark. I think the bulk of us will hit or just exceed the 80-degree mark by a degree or two. The winds are already ramping up out there, folks. We already got gusts of 15 to 20-ish, 25 miles an hour. Butler County just picked up a gust of 24 miles an hour. And as we work throughout the day, folks, those are going to continue to pester the Wobbles community. Getting a look here at the latest surface map, you can see we got an approaching cold front there from the west. We've got the red hashed area over our location, or right along and splitting the difference of the Wobbles region. We could be getting in on some flash flooding as we work throughout the overnight into the early part of our Wednesday. As dry as we've been, I don't think it's going to be a serious ordeal, but they have oriented that little section there. That does include a portion of us, all right? So let's jump into it. Short-term model guidance, let's talk about those wind fields throughout the day. We already got gusts of 15 to 25 miles an hour. These are going to stick around throughout the entirety of today, folks. Here we are working into the lunchtime hour, mid-afternoon. Here we are getting into the evening and overnight, and you can see, folks, with a cold front still not getting east of the region by 10 p.m. to midnight, it's going to stay very breezy and gusty in the great outdoors. Here's how our surface map is portrayed early this morning, and by the time we roll into this evening, this is whenever we're going to experience the arrival of the widespread rain. This is valid for right around the 8 or 9 p.m. time frame tonight. Cold front's going to be right here on our doorstep with a deep southerly flow pumping and jamming our moisture within our atmosphere, all right? So as this cold front makes its way through here, that's going to serve as our lifting mechanism. Widespread showers and a few rumbles of thunder will be arriving. But as you'll see here, folks, on the latest short-term model guidance, it has slowed down the progressive nature of the most widespread and intense rainfall. Here we are working through the afternoon. Here we are looking at sunset, folks, and the bulk of the activity will be just west of the region. Here we are showcasing into the 8 and 9 p.m. range. We'll finally start to get in on some of the heavier downpours, and then that continues, folks, throughout the overnight. Here we are looking at midnight. Here we are working through the pre-dawn hours of our Wednesday. Here we are working all the way through Wednesday morning, and folks, watch how this activity nudges back just to the north and west as we get into Wednesday afternoon and evening. This is showcasing the cold front. Like after it passes through here, it's going to begin to line out and tilt a little bit, and it's going to meander and wobble, no pun intended, back and forth across our vicinity, thus keeping this continued nature of these scattered showers and storms around throughout the day on Wednesday, even into our Wednesday night, folks, potentially, as you can see here, rolling into the morning hours and even on into the afternoon hours. of our Thursday, all right? This is going to be the start of a very active pattern that we're going to watch taking hold. Again, folks, it's going to begin tonight, but we're going to go back over here to the big picture and kind of showcase what we're talking about. So the front gets hung up right here, and these little disturbances are going to be using that boundary as a pathway to travel on. Here we are working into tonight, and then here we are working into our Thursday morning. Here we are working into Thursday afternoon, and we finally look like by Thursday afternoon and evening, we should finally dry out. We're going to catch a brief reprieve from the action throughout at least our Friday morning, but as early as Friday afternoon, we might get a few isolated rain showers to pop up. And then, folks, throughout the weekend, a low pressure system deepening over the plains. This is a warm front that's going to lift north back over the region, bringing another round of likely rain showers and a few rumbles of thunder to the forecast late Saturday all the way into Sunday as well, all the way into the start of the new work week. And then we look like we might catch a reprieve from the action Monday night on into our Tuesday. And then Tuesday night into Wednesday, another monster cold front that'll blast through here. This one we're going to have to keep closer eyes on. We can have some instability mixing in with these dynamics. Dare I say it, maybe some strong, maybe some severe weather coming along here. Roughly 7 or 8 days out from now, this is what we'll be keeping eyes on because, folks, behind this cold front, if guidance holds together, look at this blast of much colder air. If this trough was to drive in here with what the latest Euro map is showing here, folks, we could be looking at highs in the 50s and maybe some cases not escaping the 40s as we work between the mid and latter part of next week. I'm a fan of that colder weather, folks. I don't know about you all. I'm ready for winter. Bring us a load of snow, right? I know some of you all might take offense to that, but I apologize. I am over these above average temperatures, to say the least. Getting a look at today and tomorrow in terms of severe weather, we are not expecting that. Instability is zilch out there. We do have some shear that's going to try to bring some of those showers through with gusty winds at times, but you can see just a generalized thunderstorm risk outlined by the Storm Prediction Center. Total rainfall amounts here over the next week, folks. We've been talking about this starting yesterday morning. We've got a very active pattern unfolding. All that begins tonight. Then we'll continue with the rain chances Wednesday. We'll continue with them Thursday. Then again Friday night all the way through the weekend. And then Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. You get the idea. So we're going to have loads of chances for rainfall here over the next week or so. Looks like we could get in on the higher amounts of this, folks. Anywhere between 3 to 3.5 inches total before it's all said and done. Looking in the short term tonight all the way through our Wednesday, looks like we could get around an inch, maybe even a little bit more before this is all said and done. Another thing that we're going to have to keep very close eyes on as we roll into the weekend is the tropics. We officially have Tropical Storm Rafael that is developed. It's going to become a hurricane as it impacts the west area of Cuba there, and then continues its hurricane strength up into the start of the weekend right along the Gulf Coast of Louisiana and Mississippi. Folks, we know that these things have a mind of their own. This is going to be worth keeping very close eyes on, as this could bump up into the continental U.S. and bring some sensible weather impacts for us, regardless, have some sort of impacts of what our weather pattern is going to be, to say the least. Here's a full breakdown of your next 6 days, brought to you by Ohio Valley Insurance. Partly sunny today, extraordinarily windy. Highs right around record readings at the 80-degree mark. Going to be slightly cooler Wednesday into Thursday, but don't forget, widespread rain showers will arrive tonight. Continue throughout our Wednesday, become scattered in nature Wednesday night on into Thursday. Friday looks like the pick of the litter, folks. If you got any outdoor plans, partly sunny and quiet for the most part. Highs on either side of the 70-degree mark. And then we get the rain chances back Friday night on into Saturday, continuing on into our Sunday as well. Folks, that'll wrap up your Tuesday morning election day edition of your Weather or Not forecast, brought to you by our friends at On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Have a fantastic